Hello and welcome to Sport This Morning. I'm Cecilia Omogbe.
And I am Tayo Salah.
All right.
Starting off the show with good news coming from the Italian Serie A, where Victor Osimhen has returned to action after that terrible facial injury that he suffered last year. So it's good to see Victor Osimhen back in action for his club.
Yeah, he came on in the 71st minute.
Yep.
And was able to be on for 20 minutes. So
yes.
Good news for Victor Osimhen back from that injury. Also on the program, back-to-back wins for Robert Lewandowski for the second year running. He is the best in the world.
Incredible achievement for the Polish international, deservedly named the best player in the world at the FIFA Best Awards that was held last night. Also on the program, this time around, let's go down under where we're already having upsets in the first round. Leila Fernandez, remember her? She got to the final of the US Open last year. She's out in round one. Also out is Petra Kvitova.
Both players are out in the very first hurdle.
Incredible stuff. Incredible stuff. So it's already looking like it's going to be a very, very competitive Australian Open, the first major of the year. We'll come back to all of this later on the show, but first, it's time to go into our AFCON segment.
All right, Cameroon, Cape Verde, Ethiopia, and of course Burkina Faso were in action in the final group games. But it was Burkina Faso, of course Cameroon already qualified, Burkina Faso who joined them automatically. So Cape Verde will have to wait till all the games are over before they know if they stand a chance of making it into the round of 16. So these are the results for you coming from Africa Cup of Nations Monday results in Group A. Burkina Faso and Ethiopia ended 1 apiece. And of course, Cape Verde and Cameroon also ending 1 apiece.
Yeah.
And the big news coming from there is the fact that Vincent Abubakar has scored 5 goals so far at the Africa Cup of Nations in 3 games.
Yeah, what a player, what a tournament Vincent Abubakar is having for Cameroon, 5 goals, and you expect him to still get a couple more, especially if Cameroon go deep in the tournament. Let's focus on that game straight up. Cape Verde and Cameroon, very exciting game of football. Vincent Abubakar taking one of the first chances that came his way. It was a fantastic left foot finish from just inside the box, and that was enough to give Cameroon the 1-0 lead. And just when they were pushing for perhaps a second goal, they were hit by a sucker punch coming from the Cape Verdeans, the Blue Sharks, as they called them, rallying back to get an equalizer. Well-worked goal, Cecilia, stylish finish, back flick, back heel flick. That was on the 52nd minute by Gabi Rodriguez. And that's how they were able to snatch a point there. And that point, like you said, Cecilia, might just be enough for them to qualify as one of the best third-place sides at the end of all of the games.
Yeah, I love their doggedness. I love the fact that they were not really afraid of the Cameroonians, so to speak. I mean, they took the ball to them, and deservedly they got that goal. I was really happy for the small island nation, what they've been able to achieve in this tournament. Yes, they're a small country. Yes, they've been to AFCON before, but playing against a host nation with the crowd, it's something that really remarkable. Let's get a reaction coming from one of the players, Superior, talking about this particular game.
But we are showing we are not small in the football, we are big and we think big. So these victories or this draw is like victory, because I think we have big chance to qualify as a third place, and we want to dedicate this to all our country, to all our people.
Yeah, he is dedicating it to all the people in Cape Verde. Hopefully, results will favor them and they're able to move into the round of 16, especially with this game. According to him, he says it feels like a victory.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think you have to say it does feel like a victory. I mean, you're playing against the host nation, and you're not being overawed by their quality, not being overawed by the fans, partisan fans, supportership at the stadium, and you still go ahead after going down and coming back to get a point. It's a very, very commendable performance from the Blue Sharks, and that's what the final Group A standing looks like. Cameroon, of course, with that point, they through to the round of 16 as Group A winners, followed by Burkina Faso. They drew against Ethiopia with 4 points. They also through to the round of 16. Cape Verde will have to wait for the conclusion of the other games in the other group to see if they can advance as one of the 4 best third-place sides, while for Ethiopia, while they've not been disgraced, it's the end of the road for them. Just enough quality to mix it with the rest of the teams in Group A. So that's the end of their competition. They'll be going back to Addis Ababa.
First to arrive and first to go. I remember when we were still waiting for the list, but the spring goes, we had that Cape Verde already in Cameroon. I'm like, okay, yeah, let's go.
All right, let's focus on today's round of fixtures, matches that will go down today.
Yeah.
Let's first of all see the fixtures before we focus on what is likely to happen in those matchups. Cecilia, we have Mali versus Senegal.
Can we see the fixtures first and then the games for today before we start talking about the teams that will be involved? But first, the fixtures. Tuesday's fixtures, you have Malawi and Senegal, Zimbabwe and Guinea, Gabon and Morocco, Ghana and Comoros. Of course, let's start with Gabon. Aubameyang has been sent back to Arsenal because of the cardiac issue that he's having. So obviously he came to this tournament and he did not even kick a ball.
Yeah, it's very difficult times now for Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, and we just want to wish him, full recovery as soon as possible so he can return to, playing football again. Let's focus on the matchup between Ghana and Comoros. Very, very crucial game for the Black Stars. As it is right now, they need a win to stand any chance of qualifying for the round of 16. They were very mad in that game against Gabon. It actually led to fisticuffs, as a matter of fact, and that player is now been suspended for
3
a
games.
while. They're going to have to do without
3
him.
games. They got a card and CAF had to add 1 to it.
So for Ghana, Cecilia, they're just going to have to win this game. There's no 2 ways about it. They're condemned to winning. All the pressure will once again be on Andrea Ayew, who scored that fantastic goal against Gabon in their last game. Andrea Ayew, Jordan Ayew is going to have to somehow step up. I know he's not the most prolific goal scorer out there, but this is where Ghana need him the most. He's going to have to play the game of his life to help Ghana secure 3 points. That might just be enough for them to advance into the next round. For Comoros, Cecilia, I thought they've been very, very impressive as well, despite it being their debut. They haven't been overawed by the occasion as well. The games that I've watched them, they're actually very organized, even though they lack in quality, but the organization kind of compensates for that. So they're going to be a very difficult proposition for Ghana as well, and that's why Ghana have to be on top of the game if they are going to get the 3 points needed in this matchup.
Obviously, because as you mentioned, Jordan Ayew needs to step up. Check the 13 goals they've scored so far. I mean, more have been scored by the siblings. Jordan on 4, Andrea Ayew on 5. So if Jordan is scoring like the way Andrea Ayew did in the game that it ended in a draw. Obviously, they could win this game, but if not, Ghana will just be going out of the group stage. So it will just be for the first time they are going, for the first time in 22 appearances, they failed to win a single group game. That shouldn't happen.
They're going to have to ensure that doesn't happen today. And we've talked about the Ayew brothers for obvious reasons. They carry the goal-scoring burden. But in midfield as well, too, they're going to have to take full control of that midfield against a Comoros side who don't have the same quality as the Ghanaians. Talking of players like Thomas Partey, Daniel Amate, these guys are Premier League quality
Stars,
players,
yeah.
standard players. So they need to take full control of the midfield. They need to boss it, and that will give Jordan and Andre the platform to go and wreak
Score.
havoc up front and get them the goals and the points that they need. So Cecilia, there is no excuse whatsoever for Ghana. I know the last time just before the AFCON started, we had the Ghanaian journalist.
He wasn't hopeful. No, I think okay.
No way. So he wasn't hopeful about
Yeah, he
what?
wasn't. He said they can't win the tournament.
Exactly. Not talking about going out in the first round. That's the issue right there. That's the difference. They were in
2006. It happened. They didn't go past the first one.
They weren't expecting. They weren't expecting to win the competition, but neither did they expect them to go out
and not even
in
win
the first
a game.
Round. So it'll be a disaster if that happens. And so Ghana, all the best. The Ghanaians, hopefully, they can get.
Can celebrate today. Yeah, just sneak into the round of 16. They can. Yeah, but from what it's looking like, if Ghana cannot beat Comoros, well, I don't know.
All right, so all the best to Ghana, the Black Stars. Let's see what you can do today against Comoros.
The stars will shine.
All right, hopefully the stars shine.
Will sparkle.
Indeed. Okay, let's move on to Morocco as well. Morocco is going to be in action against Gabon. That's a very, very tough game to call between these two sides. Cecilia, Morocco
already qualified. So
yeah, but it doesn't make it any easier for them. And I think they'll want to win this one as well too. And we'll see how it pans out. Let's get the pre-match. Our thoughts are coming from one of their players, Adam Masina.
It's really important finish first in the group to have a better position after. So 100% is going to be a proper fight, proper match. So I think we're going to have a good result. I don't know if we can win or they're going to win, but for sure it's going to be a proper fight. I'm sure of that.
Proper fights. I'm not surprised. He's seen it that way, and that's because the Panthers, they always game as well. So just like Cape Verde, they don't lay down for anyone.
That's all. I mean,
they'll give fighters. They'll make life very difficult for you, and that's why I find it very hard to call this one.
It's hard to call, but we'll see what's going to happen tonight because Morocco will obviously want to top the group, and Gabon will want to qualify. Fingers crossed. That's it for the AFCON segments. Nigeria may be missing Victor Osimhen at the Africa Cup of Nations, but he's enjoying something in his club because he has returned from injury. Played more than 20 minutes for Napoli in their game last night. So Victor Osimhen is back. Are we really missing him, Tayo? I don't think so. At least we're able to score 4 goals.
Well, yeah, I mean, Nigeria is winning, scoring goals, so you can say they're not really missing Victor Osimhen, but obviously his added quality would have been a big advantage for Nigeria, especially going into the latter rounds of the competition. So I wouldn't say Nigeria is not missing him. Everyone would have loved to see Victor Osimhen play for Nigeria, but unfortunately, it just wasn't fit in time for the AFCON. But for Napoli, is back, returned against Bologna yesterday night and featured for about 20 minutes. Had a chance to make a scoring return, but just hit a shot just off target. But the stories is back. Hopefully, no more injuries until the end of the season. There's still the World Cup playoffs to be prosecuted by Nigeria, the Super Eagles of Nigeria. Still waiting for our opposition in that one. It's going to be in March, so hopefully Victor Osimhen stays fit for that particular one. That's going to be very, very important. Yeah.
Because we need to qualify for the World Cup, and all the players obviously are needed to be fit. So use the sport for choice.
The best players.
Pesero obviously will have a whole lot of headache. I mean, looking at the players who perform so well in AFCON, and then you're going into the World Cup qualifiers, and the top players were not there. Are you going to pick them? Well, that's his job. That's why he's getting paid.
Of course, he's going to pick the best players that are available, whether they were at the AFCON or not. So I don't think that should be
a headache.
Any drama. No, it shouldn't be any drama. If at all that's a headache, it's going to be a good one. If there's anything like a good headache.
Spiteful choices.
Exactly. So, welcome back, Osimhen. Let's leave it at that. Let's move on with the show now. Cecilia, it's time to talk about the FIFA Best Awards that went down yesterday. And we have the two winners, Robert Lewandowski back-to-back, as well as Alexia, Cecilia, your guy from Putellas from Barcelona. Those are the two winners of the competition. We're just going to keep quiet now, let you enjoy the sights and sounds that are coming from the FIFA Best Awards. I will come back and focus on all of the winners.
Who is the winner of the Best FIFA Men's Player for 2021? And it is Robert Lewandowski. Congratulations, Glückwunsch.
Thank you very much. I'm very honored to win this trophy. That I feel very proud. I feel happiness because that this trophy belongs also to my teammates, to my coaches, because we all work hard to winning the games, to winning the trophies. So that makes me also special to work with this all guys around me. Thank you very much one more time. Thank you.
Congratulations, Robert.
So the winner of the Best FIFA Women's Player for 2021 is Alexia Putellas. Congratulations. Felicidades.
All right. The FIFA Best Women's Coach for 2021 is Emma Hayes.
Love it.
Oh my goodness, I'm so shocked.
Oh. The way around.
And the winner is Thomas Tuchel.
I'm at the training center and I just come from training because we have a game tomorrow, but now you opened the envelope and said my name, which is like pretty surreal, and I'm overwhelmed. I feel a bit uncomfortable actually.
Hello.
How are you? Good to see you.
Good. Very special award for a unique player. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Well deserved. Number one.
Thank you. Very beautiful. I still have that passion, and I want to continue. The people ask me sometimes how many years I'm going to play more, and I say I hope to play more 4 or 5 years. It's all about mentally, because I think physically, if you treat good your body, when you're going to need your body, you're going to give you back. So this is what I do.
This is what he does.
Yeah.
Ronaldo, it's all about winning for Cristiano Ronaldo, receiving that special recognition award for being the top scorer in international men's football, 115 goals and counting.
And counting, yes.
Yeah, most percent.
I want to sneak into his cabinet, his trophy cabinet.
For
just
what?
take a look at it and see all the things he's got there right now.
All right.
Okay, these are the winners.
Confirmation of the winners on the night. Cecilia, Robert Lewandowski. I don't think there's any controversy about that one. Set a new record for the most Bundesliga goals in a calendar year, 43. How do you do that?
I don't know.
It's ridiculous.
He's not human.
That record used to be held by Gerd Müller. That was in 1972.
And he shot at it.
Exactly. Peace to Gerd Müller, who passed away last year as well, too. Cecilia, Alexia
Putellas. I mean, she's been fantastic. He won the Champions League with Barcelona, and not just that, Ballon d'Or winner, and also, well, the best FIFA Football Awards. So,
So
congratulations to her.
So
having
let's
that.
So let me say she won the treble.
Yeah.
So let's not
A treble,
remember
right?
that with
Yeah,
Barcelona.
With Barcelona. But you see, she's okay.
Yeah, the league and the Copa as well. So let's move on to goalkeeper of the year is Edouard Mendy. Nice, you have to say.
Yeah,
Deserved.
Champions League, yeah.
And for the women's goalkeeper of the year, Cecilia.
Kristen
Endler. Wow.
of Leon. Okay.
Yeah, no surprises there as well. So yeah, she was a bit shocked though.
Yeah, she was a bit shocked because we were thinking it's the Barcelona goalkeeper.
Yeah,
They could have
she
won
was-
it because they won the Champions League. Okay, let's look at the best 11, right? Okay.
Yeah, but we need to go on a break first.
After
So,
that,
yeah.
we'll look at the best 11. All right. Welcome back. Now, let's take a look at the FIFA FIPRO Men's World 11. And starting with the goalkeeper, of course. The goalkeeper who is the best for this year did not make the best 11. And also, the top 3 in the FIFA Best Awards for the men, Mo Salah is not also there.
Yeah.
So, in the forwards, you have Cristiano Ronaldo, you've got Erling Haaland, you've got Robert Lewandowski, and you've got Lionel Messi. And in midfield, you go to Kevin De Bruyne, Jorginho, and N'Golo Kante, all from midfield. Okay, there you have them, the goalkeeper style.
Yeah,
All right.
Gigi Donnarumma, AC Milan. Not surprised he had a good season as well, too, especially for
Euros.
Italy at the Euros. Was the most valuable player at that competition. So, of course, Edouard Mendy could have easily been voted as a starter in that one as well. So it wasn't meant to be. For the midfielders, I saw David Alaba. Defenders, rather, David Alaba, Leonardo Bonucci, and Ruben Diaz of Manchester City. While for the midfielders, it's Kevin De Bruyne, Jorginho, and N'Golo Kante. And these are the forwards, Ronaldo, Haaland, Lewandowski, and Lionel Messi.
Maybe Mo Salah could have been there.
Could have been there, but he was never even voted. You remember we talked about when the FIFA Pro list came out, the final shortlist. It wasn't even on
it. It wasn't even on the list,
so there was no way we would have made it.
Yeah, he would have made it.
It's quite interesting, but then you can't take anything away from all these guys.
No, these guys had a fantastic year. They've been having a fantastic year.
It's just unfortunate that he's playing in this era. But I think eventually Mo Salah will get the recognition that he deserves. Maybe next year, or this year rather.
This year.
At the end of this year, because he's on fire. Come on, Cecilia.
He's
miles ahead of everyone else in the Premier League right now. Everywhere else in the league, as a matter of fact.
I just imagine Egypt to win the Nations Cup. But no, they won't win it because Nigeria is actually there.
That's not the
for the women, it's not just the men that you have some controversy. For the women, the players I saw, none of the players from Barcelona that won the Women's Champions League are even in the FIPRO Women's World 11. Okay, shocking, right? Surprising. And even the Alexia Putellas, who is the best, back-to-back, triple-double, so to speak. How do we put it? Okay, yeah, she won 3 trophies this year. She's not also there in the forwards.
Yeah, but you know how
it's voting.
Sorry?
I think they should
Come again?
Okay, I said it's voting, and I'm like, who are those voting? Do they
the
follow women's football?
The
players. So
vote.
popularity contest.
That's what
because
it is.
You've got Marta is here, Vivienne is here, Alex Morgan is here.
That's
I understand that. Carly Lloyd is also here.
And this is one of those awards, the FIFPro Awards is one where you can't really, blame.
There you have it.
Okay.
Okay, now look at defenders.
First of all.
Yeah. Millie Bright, she's there. Lucy Bronze, yes. Magdalene Eriksson, yeah, she's there. Of course, they got to the finals of the Champions League. Yeah, Wendy Renard, of course, for Lyon. Okay, yeah, you can say that. But then, if you look at midfield, Carly Lloyd, I think she shouldn't be here. Then you now go over to the forwards. And you just look at the forwards and you're like, okay, Alex Morgan, she's here. At the time she was in
Tottenham didn't do much.
She didn't do much. Then she went back. Yeah, we know that the U.S. Women's League, because of coronavirus, at the time they were on break, and so much hasn't really been done. Then you look at the ladies who played in the Champions League this year. Chelsea, they played in the finals. You could see their players, but the winners are not even here. And you ask yourself, who are those who voted? At least Jennifer Hermoso should be here. She scored 6 goals in 7 games in the Champions League that they won.
You're asking who voted. The players voted. I was going to say that this is one of those awards where you're going to have to, just suck it up.
Yeah,
because it's an award by the players and for the players themselves. So it's not some journalist, voting for a player who you know, who he or she likes.
Okay.
You know, it's just players doing it.
I think it's popularity contest, as I mentioned
that's what it looks like.
Jennifer
Because
Emerson, she scored 10 goals already so far this season.
Yeah, well, I guess she's going to have to score 40 or more next to get the recognition of her peers, because that's what it is. And
that's what it's looking like right now.
Let's not you know, spend too much time on it. Congratulations to
all the winners
at the Best FIFA Awards for 2021. Chelsea, the big winners, or the biggest winners on the night. Thomas Tuchel won the Coach of the Year for men. Emma as well, too. A's won for the women, as well as Edouard Mendy, best goalkeeper in the world. So
that's why they were really shocked, especially Hermes. She was like, okay.
Yeah, she was quite surprised.
She was surprised about that.
I wonder
she
why.
wasn't expecting. Because those who won the Champions League should have. That's what happened to Thomas Tuchel. So she was thinking, okay, we're not going to get this. Barcelona will obviously get it. But Barcelona, apart from Alexia, no other Barcelona player is actually there. So, kind of funny. Champions League winners. All right, let's leave the FIFA Best Football Awards and quickly come back home and talk a little bit of cricket, because the Tafawa Balewa square over for now. Right from this moment, only cricket will be played on that ground. Yes, that's what is coming from the Nigeria Cricket Federation, because they've commissioned the turf wickets of the Tafawa Balewa Square Cricket Oval in Lagos. So this is Nigeria's traditional home of cricket, and it's been shut out for 18 months for upgrade from concrete bowling strips to that of grass. So it's a good one, Tayo.
Yeah, indeed. So as another a fantastic facility for players to play the game of cricket. Nigeria's biggest cricket league, the Club Cricket Committee League, will have its elite division games on grass wickets. That's another information coming from the Federation of Cricket in the country. Former Governor of Lagos State, Akinwumi Ambode, attended the event along with veteran cricketers like Chuma Anosike, Ute Ubumi, Omini Ofem, Wale Obalola, Charles Omerua, Dipo Idowu, as well as Kofi Sego. So, yeah.
Let's listen to the Cricket Federation President Uyi Akpata and also the captain of the national team talking about this ground.
We are finally bringing this TBS, which is our flagship, over to what is regarded as a wicket that is fit for international standards. So we are just proud that we are launching this tough wicket, and it's not just for it to be 10 strips, 10 wicket strips. I mean, it's just outstanding for us. On behalf of all cricket lovers and stakeholders, I'm really, really, really excited. But there are always other opportunities to go out of this country. For instance, this TBS tough wicket is playing differently from the one of University of Lagos. And so there was the normal strategic thing to be decided by the head coach and the crew. Depends on where we are going to play a match. So we go to a similar destination to really acclimatize. But as it relates to standard wickets, I mean, all the funds spent going to do that hopefully can be deployed elsewhere, especially that about grassroots development, which is I'm really passionate about.
Well, I think it's important for the quality of play, for players. For most of us, we had concrete here before, which, had a certain type of play that when we go outside to play international games, we don't get the same, I would say, movement. So it's similar to what you have in tennis when you have a clay court, you have a grass court, and you also have a normal court. So what this would do then is that if we continue to play on this, when our national team goes outside, they will be used to playing on this kind of surface, which is where most of the international tournaments are being played on. And hopefully the quality as well as the performance and the results that we get will continue to improve.
Hopefully, so it will continue to grow when players start playing on grass, and then they're already used to that particular ground, and when they travel out, according to the cricket selector, they will perform better. All right, Tayo, let's leave cricket now and talk about more facilities development. Remember the UJ Eswane Stadium used to host the Super Eagles, right? I mean, it used to be a place where,
feels like 100 years ago.
100 years ago. I remember when the Super Eagles qualified for the Nations Cup that they won 2013. All through the qualifiers, it was Calabar. The players loved the place. They loved the stadium. The pitch was good at that time. But now UJ Eswane Stadium, well, Nothing to write home about.
They're
But
trying to bring it back
yeah,
now.
they're trying to bring it back, especially the swimming facilities. That's really what they're hammering on, because according to them, after the sport, at the sport festival, usually Cross River State, when it comes to swimming, they still compete with the likes of Delta and Bayelsa. But this time around, they just couldn't do anything. And that's the reason the Sports Commission is trying everything possible to upgrade the facilities and see how the swimmers can now start training here. Because according to them, they said it's really world-class and one of the best in Africa. So
it's back to the basics for
right?
Cross River and sporting authorities.
Yeah, so let's listen to Emmanuel Elom, who is the chairman of the Sports Commission in the States.
What we're doing here is because we saw a performance in Edo 2020, we knew that it was necessary to rejig. Okay, it was necessary to rejig the swimming culture of Cross River. Cross River, from history, is known to be a swimming state. We've had most of our medals from swimming. This swimming pool here, you see, is the best in Africa as it stands today. What we have done here is trying to put it to a point where we can use it, okay, to achieve our results of training our athletes, as it were, and then keeping the place ready for that final completion. It's an international specified pool. It was built by Germans who came here and did the mapping. There was a pool here before. What they did here was to map and grid to the international specification. So what my idea is to put this place back to that form where it will still remain a recreation site, and then still our training facility. So we have not altered the training aspect of it, but we've tried to put in beautification, that could make this place a tourist center. Okay, on the 14th of February, Valentine's Day, we intend to launch this place. And His Excellency promised he'll be here. We intend to get this place back to what it used to be and a little better.
All right. You heard from him. It's one of the best, or rather the best in Africa, so they want to upgrade it and see how the swimmers can start using it for training and hopefully win more medals for them at the National Sports Festival. That's the aim for now. Maybe they're looking at the word much later. Tayo?
Yeah, all right. Let's get on with the show now, and let's go down under and give you updates coming from the Australian Open. Of course, there's no Novak Djokovic.
Yeah.
He's back in Serbia, just relaxing and planning for future events. But in his absence,
He's knocked out of Belgrade.
Daniel snuck out of Belgrade to where?
Journalists were waiting for him, and they didn't see him. So
where's he going to? But we'll see.
He's got tricks all around.
Exactly. Should Medvedev go all the way to win in Melbourne, he'll become the first man in Open era to follow up his maiden Slam win with another title in the next major. So that's a lot of pressure, and I've listened to Daniil speak a lot prior to the competition. He seems to be enjoying and embracing the pressure of being the favorites for this competition. So let's see how far it goes. Of course, Rafael Nadal will have one or two things to say about that. Nadal has looked in great form as he's coming back from injury, won the Melbourne Somerset, and his first game at Open as well, so it was quite impressive as well. So straight sets victory for the Spaniard. So those two guys will be two players to watch out for at the Australian Open. Another player to watch out for is Alexander Zverev. He's also through to the second round, but we're not going to talk about his game. He's been reflecting on the Novak Djokovic saga. Let's get his thoughts and come back for more on Sport This Morning.
Clearly.
Very difficult for Zverev, very difficult for a lot of tennis players, and even, of course, imagine what Djokovic himself is going through, having to deal with all of this very bad spotlight on him. I don't think he was responsible majorly for what has gone wrong. I think there's enough blame to go around,
tennis,
especially with Tennis Australia
and Victoria
and the Australian government
as well. They were not in sync. I mean, you've already told him it's going to be an exception. Yes, he admitted that there's a lot of mistakes, on his visa application and everything, but leave those visa applications and everything aside. So when you've already given a room you can actually come in with exemption and all that. So at the end of the day, it's like it's really not working. And it was just not only Djokovic. We talked about the Czech Republic double specialist who also was sent home because she's not that popular. So, I mean, the headlines were not really on, the headlines were not on her. Yeah. But now, for the French government and also the Spanish government, they've also come out to talk about this. For French Open, I mean, they're talking about the new laws that they're going to pass any moment from now. I think it was on Sunday that they came up with it, whereby obviously before you get into restaurants, cinemas, arena and all, you have to be fully vaccinated. So that will apply to sports people because obviously they will be in a crowd. So already it's specified, but then we don't know what they were going to come up with, if they're going to have exemption for some players or exemption for anybody. But right now, that is the rule which is clear. So if you have an exemption or anything, so the government and the organizers, the tennis federations in each of these countries should be in sync. So your players will not be thinking, okay, I can actually do this and come over, and then we start having another saga again. So hopefully in French Open and Wimbledon or any US Open, we may not be having issues like this.
Yeah, like Alexander Zverev said, things should be a lot clearer. There should be clarity on, certain very important situations like this. I mean, if they are told Djokovic, then that there's no medical exemption. It's either you're vaccinated or not.
He won't even fly down.
Exactly. We won't be having this issue now. Just like, prior to the announcement that you could actually enter with a medical exemption, he pulled out of the ATP Cup. The ATP Cup's right there in Australia as well. Okay, yeah. But eventually when it became not a public knowledge that it can actually enter with a medical exemption, and that's why he decided to take that route. But unfortunately, I think things got messy, got very political as well too.
Yeah.
I must be said that the
Public
Prime Minister
opinion divided.
Exactly, the Prime Minister of Australia, Morrison as well too. Of course, Djokovic fans are saying this was very, very political. They're linking it to the elections that are coming up very soon as well. So obviously, he'll want to be on the side of the public. Yeah. There was an outcry when Djokovic made the announcement that he would be allowed to enter based with a medical exemption as well.
Pockets of protest around Australia.
Yeah, so it got really messy. It should never have been the case. As a matter of fact, I thought it was very scandalous.
Yeah, it was 10 full days.
Yeah, I mean, the world #1 tennis player. And but unfortunately, Djokovic is not going to be a part of the Australian Open. And automatically, when you're deported in Australia, you get another 3 years ban. But now the minister is saying, okay, well, let's see how it goes.
Maybe if you fulfill the requirement, maybe if Djokovic gets vaccinated, and then next time he wants to come, they would allow him to come based on the fact that he's world #1, or to rectify, all the mistake and the whole saga and everything. So there's a leeway for him. Would Djokovic want to exploit that? I don't think so. And there are fears that this man may not even go to Australia again. He has won 9 times in Melbourne, so he's the king of Melbourne.
Where's it coming from? Fears? Is it personally or what?
Yeah,
you said you have
spoken
fears.
With some people. Yeah, to some people. I mean,
so his own personal.
Some people who are feeling that he may not want to go to Melbourne again because of how he was treated.
That's fair enough.
So even if the leeway is there, he wouldn't want to take that. Yeah. Maybe after the 3 years, and then Djokovic could be 37 at that time. Will he be in his prime to want to go to Australia and perform again? You never can tell what's going to happen in that. But let's hope the next one is going to be the French Open, right?
Yeah, the French Open
obviously is the next one. Yeah. Well, French Open right now, from what it's looking like.
No, let's not preempt and let's not speculate.
Let's see what's going to happen.
Let's just wait because the same high-ranking official from France said a few days ago that Djokovic is welcome to come and play. Then all of a sudden, there's something different that's been said now. Yeah. So let's leave it until something definite is pronounced on the French Open. Right now, the focus is on the Australian Open. And while Alexander Zverev and Daniil Medvedev are through to the next round, there are the upsets in the women's section. Leila Fernandez,
she's out.
U.S. Open's finalist, is out of the competition. So also
she lost to a wild card.
Yeah. So also is Petra Kvitova. So
that's
it's the end of the road for those two players in the very first round of the Australian Open. We need to go on a break right about now. When we come back, it's going to be all about the NBA. We've got action and reaction for you. Join us again. You're welcome back to Channel Sport this morning. Time to take a look at the games of the NBA that went down last night and this morning, and it's a pleasure to tell you that the Lakers have ended their 3-game losing streak. I know we have a few Lakers fans in the country. We'll get to the Lakers later on. Let's start with the results between the Celtics and the Pelicans, 104-92. That's how it ended in favor of the Celtics. That's Boston Celtics. The Nets, or the Charlotte Hornets, were victorious against the New York Knicks, 97-87. While for the Philadelphia 76ers, despite another 30-point performance from Joel Embiid, they ended up losing against the Washington Wizards. The Nets, Cecilia, what is going on in Brooklyn? They lost against...
KD is injured.
KD is injured. Kyrie insists he's not going to get the vax.
Can't play home game. So the two top stars are not there. You're left with
it's about to get really tough for James Harden and Steve Nash.
They should expect that.
All right, so let's move on to the Bulls and the Grizzlies, 119-106. That's how it ended in favor of Memphis. Winners as well, we had Nicholas Batum playing the game of his life for the LA Clippers. They defeated the Indiana Pacers 139-133. Also wins for the Atlanta Hawks as well as the Portland Trail Blazers. The Raptors lost against the Miami Heat, while the Dallas Mavericks, Bam Adebayo is back. Good to see him back after a long time out with injury. I was saying that the Dallas Mavericks were also victorious by 2 points against the OKC Thunder. Luka Doncic with a triple-double in that victory. The San Antonio Spurs were defeated by the Phoenix Suns. They were just too hot. 121-107. Cecilia, your guy, Devin Booker erupted for
48 points.
Wow.
Ludicrous.
What a player.
Yeah.
What a player.
34-9 now for the Phoenix Suns this season.
They're on fire.
Okay. First win in a row.
Yeah. Okay, they're going on another streak. Maybe they'll get into double figures. It's looking that way. All right, the Lakers and the Jazz, 101-95 in favor of LA, and this was one of the best performances of the LA Lakers defensively. You have to say against Utah Jazz. LeBron James leading the way with 25 points, while Stanley Johnson scored 10 of his 15 points in the fourth quarter.
Johnson's day. Hit 10. 10 or 15.
So it was a very good victory for LA Lakers. Cecilia, Russell Westbrook finished with 15 points as the Lakers snapped a 3-game losing streak, rebounding from that ugly 37-point loss against the Denver Nuggets.
It was painful. You could feel the pain.
LeBron never seen that down in a long time.
It was hard.
He fell down to the core of his soul.
I actually thought they were going to lose to Utah Jazz, especially having Rudy Gobert back, because he had a double-double in the game the last time, and this time around another double-double. But then, as you mentioned, defensively, the Lakers were solid, and that's obviously what gave them
and that's what they need to be more consistent with. Defensively, we've seen them at times, lock down very good offensive sides this season, but it's been few and far between. We've not seen it enough, and that's why they're still hovering about just 500 in the NBA, and they continue like
2 years ago champions, right?
Yeah, but
2 seasons ago. Was it 2 seasons?
Yeah, that was just in the bubble, 2020.
In the bubble, 2020.
Yeah, so LeBron James obviously is very delighted that they were able to rebound from that loss against the Denver Nuggets. Let's get his post-game thoughts.
Just trying to put everybody in position to be successful, and reading the game in between the game while the game is going on, and I knew ways that we could be successful offensively by putting guys in different positions on the floor. So, guys responded very well to what I saw, and we was able to get a big time win. No, I mean, every day is its own challenge, and now we have the challenge of how we get better the next day, and then come in on Wednesday and be better for Indiana. So, I love the way we responded. We had a great shoot around this morning. We had a great game plan, and we executed as close to 48 minutes as we've done all year. So, I love the way we responded today, and like I said, Wednesday will be another challenge for us, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
LeBron James delighted that they were able to bounce back against the from the loss against the Denver Nuggets against the Utah Jazz. Next up, it's going to be on Wednesday night. Let's see if they can get another victory in that one.
Streak something together. Yeah, we just want to have the Lakers streaking again.
I'm not so sure about that. I'm not so sure about that.
Top performance style.
They're just inconsistent for my liking. Anyways,
really
let's take a look at the top performers, which is sad considering the talents that they have on that team right now. Hopefully, AD comes back as soon as possible as well to help their cause in making the playoffs. Top performers, of course, it's only right we start with Devin Booker, 48 points, 5 rebounds, and 6 assists for the Phoenix Suns in their victory over the San Antonio Spurs. Next up is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander of the OKC Thunder, 34-6.
He's becoming a regular so much.
Exactly. He's starting to show up on this list pretty regularly now. So he's having a good season. Chris Middleton,
but they lost.
You like Chris a lot.
Of course.
34-7-4, but wasn't enough for the Bucks.
They lost.
They lost their game. Too bad. Miles Bridges of the Charlotte Hornets. What a game. 38-12-5. And they also won as well. Michael Jordan must be very impressed by this player. They defeated the New York Knicks 97-87. Nicholas Batum. Cecilia, I believe this is the first time Nicholas is making our short list.
I haven't.
Never seen that.
Never.
First time out. Nicholas Batum for the LA Clippers. The Clippers missing Paul George and Kawhi and so many other players. They needed someone to step up.
And of
that's
course,
exactly what Nicholas Batum did. 32-5-3. Also making the short list is Trae Young. Losing effort though. 34-11. The Hawks lost against, they were actually victorious against the Milwaukee Bucks. So fantastic victory for Trae Young. All right, that's it for the NBA. It's time to take a look at the papers before we close the show. And let's go with Sporting Sun.
All right. According to Austin Eguavoen, we won't underrate Guinea-Bissau. Says our ring changes. Okay, that's good. All right, calls for support from fans. Obviously, we are rooting for Austin Eguavoen. That's Sporting Sun. That's where we're starting up with Sporting Sun. And Chukwueze admits he misses Osimhen at AFCON. All right, I get that. Everyone is missing Osimhen. Also, this one, Leon Balogun tells Eguavoen Aribo's best position. Okay.
Yeah. Yep. I mean, come on. I bet Eguavoen knows that already.
Right. Okay, like I said, rejects $6.7 million a year deal to join Newcastle. Really?
Interesting.
Really?
Interesting. I guess he's not ready for any relegation battle.
Haaland deal could cost $292 million in total. Those who have money can go for him.
That's going to include a huge amount for the agents. Mino Raiola, of course, you know how that guy operates. He's big time when it comes to matters like this. Let's see where Erling Haaland is going to end at the end of the season. Man City, PSG, Real Madrid. I mean, those are the only teams that can really
afford him.
Let's
Man
move
City
on.
can really.
Yeah, of course. Man City need a striker. We know that already as well. So let's go to Complete Sports. Quickly, Eguavoen set for second group phase, clean sweep in 16 years. I was in charge when Nigeria won all the group stage matches 2006. You also have Eguavoen to ring changes for Guinea-Bissau. Is that going to be a wise choice? Time will tell. Balogun says Aribo not playing in his best position in Eagles.
Okay.
That's interesting as well.
Because we'll be enjoying his game.
Exactly. And there's also stories concerning Paul Pogba, who's back to Manchester United training. Terrible West. I stopped watching Eagles until Eguavoen took over. Come on, guys.
Those internationals are not they are coming out. All right, let's go to Sporting Life, which is the last one this morning. Sporting Life here, you have the best FIFA awards. Okoye chooses Eagles win over clean sheets. Okay,
Of
it's
course.
important. Simon says, I will trade MVP for Eagles to win AFCON. I love
Obviously.
that. Yeah, obviously.
Yeah, I like that.
Super Eagles train
Selfless
under floodlight. Yeah,
mentality.
okay. Yeah, understandably. Chigozie Awazie back in training. Player pass COVID test.
Yeah,
so
he's
he's
back.
passed the COVID
Yeah,
test.
he's
So
back.
that is good to see him training.
Another option
again.
for
It wasn't really missed that much. So
Nah,
yeah.
but it's good to always
But it's good to
those
have options. Yeah.
Yeah, going into the
Everton
latter
open
rounds.
talks with Martinez. Interesting. All right.
Martinez
And Juventus
going
weighing
back.
up January move for Martial. Okay, you're looking for goals and you're going for. All right. Okay, we'll leave it at that.
Leave it at that. Leave it at the speculation. I'll see.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Thank you for watching the show. Enjoy the rest of your day. I am Tayo Salam.
I'm Cecilia Mogbe. See you tomorrow.